Okay, good morning. Welcome to Math Project 34.
Yikes.
This is practice problem number 1. The tower at the right is made out of 9 yellow blocks on the first layer and 5 red blocks on the second layer. So it might be a little hard to see on the camera, but there's nine yellow blocks around the bottom and 5 red blocks on the top.
Yep.
So now you just pretend there are no gaps at all.
Yeah.
And you paint the whole thing blue on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay?
And so how many things are not painted blue?
Nope. How many of the blocks now have 3 sides painted blue?
Yipes.
Yipes.
Well,
Okay. All right. So these blocks are cubes.
is it including the bottom?
Including the bottom, yes. Thanks for pointing that out. Yes, including the bottom. But the whole thing, it's like we pick it up and we put it in a blue vat of paint, and we pull it out, and the whole thing, top, bottom, all the sides are blue, except what wouldn't be painted blue? Like if I took this cube off, if I took this one off.
Now what?
Okay, what wouldn't be painted blue when if I take this one off?
This.
This wouldn't be, well, on this cube that I'm holding. Okay, the bottom wouldn't be painted blue. Anything else that wouldn't be painted blue when I take this one off?
Is this side.
Okay, this side, the back side, and the bottom side. So
We're looking for how many cubes have 3 blue sides.
3 blue sides.
Out of
Okay.
6.
Okay, so that's a good point. How many sides does a cube have?
Cubes always have 6 sides.
Okay, so write that down. Cubes,
I'm just gonna write 6.
6 sides. Okay, so cubes have 6 sides. And if 3 sides are painted blue, how many sides are not painted blue?
3 sides.
Okay, so 3 sides blue, and 3 sides equal not blue. Okay, so let's try to go around our tower here, and if you're doing this at home, it may be helpful to see if you can make a similar little tower. Okay, so how many sides is this bottom yellow? Actually, let's do all the red ones first. The red ones on the top.
Yeah.
So this red one here, how many sides is this going to have painted blue?
It's gonna have this side, that side, and that side. That's 4 sides painted.
Okay, 4 sides painted blue. So that means that does not have
3 sides.
3 sides. Whoa, sorry, bumped the camera. Okay. So how many sides does this one have painted blue?
The side, the back side, and the top side.
So is that?
That's only 2 sides painted blue.
Okay. How many sides does this one have painted blue?
Well, this one's a mirror image to this one.
That's right. So how many?
That's gonna have 4.
4. And what about this one right here?
3.
3. Okay. Aha! We found one that has 3 sides painted blue.
Let's mark it.
Let's just mark it. Okay. And what about this one here?
1, 2, 3, 4. No.
No. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Now.
We have 1 so far.
So we have 1 so far. So 1 red cube. Okay. Now, what's the easiest way for you to think about this? Should I take the red cubes off and we'll just always remember there's a red cube on top?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take the red cubes off. But we'll always have to remember which ones had a red cube on top.
Yeah, but we know.
You know what? I can mark the ones that have a red cube on top, although that might be a little confusing. But let's do it anyway. So the red cube's on top. Yeah, tell you what, since that one's already marked, I'm gonna move it over there. Oh, of course, it was marked over there anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the ones that have
the red cubes.
The red cubes on top.
Now I'll have to mark the ones that have 3 sides. This one has 4 sides.
Okay, now wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's not go too fast. This one here. Let's look at this one. When this gets painted blue, how many sides on this one get painted blue? Now remember, there's a red cube sitting on top of this one. So how many sides of this one get painted blue?
1, 2, and the bottom one.
Which is?
3.
3, okay.
So I'll make a little mark on it.
Yeah, make a mark. Okay, good. All right, how many does this one have painted? Now remember, there's a red cube on top.
So there's this side and the bottom side. That's only 2.
That's only 2, okay. How about this one over here?
That has 1, 2, and 3.
What's the third one?
Third one's the bottom one.
Okay, very good. All right. What about this cube here? Now this cube does not have a red cube on top. Remember that.
1, 2, there's a bottom 1, and 3.
Okay, so mark that one. Alright, now this one's a tricky one. This one here. Now remember, it has a red cube on top. So how many sides get painted blue?
Only 1.
Which one?
The bottom.
Very good. Okay, what about this one here? Does this one have a red cube on top?
Nope.
Alright, how many sides on this one get painted blue?
1, the bottom 1, and that one.
Okay.
So it's 3.
Alright, very good. Wow, we're making good progress here. What about this one here? Does it have a red cube on top?
No. 1, 2, the bottom 1, and the top, that's 4.
Okay. What about this one here?
There's a red cube on top of it. So you got 1, 2, there's the 2 bottom ones, only 2.
Okay, and what about this one right here?
1, the bottom 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. Alright, so how many how many yellow cubes are painted?
There's 2 yellow cubes.
Are you sure?
There's 3, I marked this one.
Can you count how many are marked?
1,
2, 3,
4.
4. There you go. 4 yellow cubes.
So altogether,
Have 3 sides.
altogether it's
Painted blue.
5.
Okay.
Our
Now,
answer is 5.
now this last one actually, that last little thing where you actually had to count up these yellow ones, it shows you how important that is. You first told me that there were 2 that were painted blue, right? So you did the whole problem right, the whole thing right, until the very end. And how many were actually painted blue?
4.
Okay, so what is that? What do you learn from that? You got to concentrate until when? When should you stop concentrating?
Until the end of the problem.
Yeah.
Not in the middle.
You shouldn't stop concentrating in the middle of the problem, because you know why?
Because you can get it wrong.
Okay. All right, on to the next one.
Yep.
Okay, here's practice problem number 2. How many counting numbers between 0 and 100 are divisible by 12 and have a remainder 2 when divided by 5?
Whoa.
Okay, so we're looking for numbers that have 2 properties. 1, they're divisible by 12, which means what?
I mean, some numbers like 12, 24.
Okay, right. And they have a remainder 2 when divided by 5.
Well, I know our first number is 12.
Okay. Well, that's true. The first number is going to be 12. But let's actually, the best bet might be to write out multiples of 12, just like you said. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe let's write out the first 10 multiples of 12.
So,
Okay. So what's 12 times 1?
12.
12 times 2?
4. 36. 48. What's 12 times 5? It's 120 divided by 2. 60.
Okay. It's also 48 plus 12.
Yeah.
Right? So what's 12 times 6?
60 plus 12, which is 72.
Okay.
And 84.
84.
96.
96.
108.
Okay, 108. Here. Write it again.
108 and 120.
Okay, now, very good. So, hey, you just wrote down all your multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Did you know 96 was a multiple of 12?
Whoa.
Whoa, who knew that? 108. 9 times 12 is 108. Wow, that's pretty neat. And 120. Now, the first thing it said was find all the numbers between 0 and 100. So
Wait, let's.
we can just erase these.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, those are our multiples of 12. And now we have to figure out which ones have remainder 2 when divided by 5.
Well, one of them is 12.
Okay, how do you know?
Because it ends in a 2.
Because it ends in a 2. Okay. What are the 2 kinds of numbers that have remainder 2 when divided by 5?
There's a 7 and a 2.
They end in a 2 or they end in a 7? Okay. Now, do any multiples of 12 ever end in a 7?
Usually no.
Usually no. Why not?
Because 12 is an even number.
Because 12 is an even number, and even numbers, multiples of even numbers are always even.
I'm going to cross out the ones.
Okay. 24 does not end in a 2. 36 does not end in a 2. 48 does not end in a 2. 60 does not end in a 2. 72 does not end. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it does. 84, 96. Okay, so it turns out there's only two numbers between 0 and 100 that end in a 2 and are multiples of 12. What are they?
12 and 72.
Wow, that is cool.
Generate.
And now remember, 9 times 12 was 108. 10 times 12 was 120. 11 times 12 is 132. So that would be the next one.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than 100, so we didn't have to find that.
No, no, and no.
No, no, and no. Okay. All right, very good. Now,
Homework problems.
homework problems. Today we're going to look at Olympiad 44. 44. And we're going to be looking at problem number 1. And problem number 4. Okay, so problem number 4 is like the first problem we did, and problem number 1 is kind of like the second problem we did, the one we did just now. Olympiad 44, problem number 1, and problem number 4. Okay, very good. Those were fun, weren't they?